everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my project level up update. This is a project created by the lovely Sophie Alexandra, and it is a cross between Panda's eyeshadows and No Pan Left Behind, and maybe some other eyeshadow panning projects, but it is a great idea and I'm doing it and it's a lot of fun. However, this month has made me realize that if I just do the same monotone look over and over and over again, I will lose my mind. And so yeah, I'm on level 3. It is tough. I knew that it was gonna get tough, but I feel like the palette that I have to work on, which is the ColourPop Honey, has made it tougher. It's not that I don't like this palette. It's not that I don't like mustards. It's not that I don't like yellows and anything like that. I do, I really do. But maybe for short bursts, and then I like to do something else. And so I've done a lot of mustard looks, a lot of yellow looks, and I'm really trying to hit pan in 3 shades in here, and obviously use the shades 3 times. And it is challenging. It's not, I've hit my, like, I don't know, I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I've kind of lost a little bit of inspiration as well, but then I was thinking, you know, maybe like go full yellow looks, you know, or go full mustard, or mix it up and maybe like throw in a black eyeliner there. You know, I think this next month I have to be more creative with my looks, otherwise I am gonna go crazy, and I'm not gonna enjoy it. So I'm really hoping that, yeah, well, I just spoiled it anyway. I said this next month. I have not been able to hit my goal. I am not jumping a level. This is gonna take me a little bit of time. Okay, so this was my first month in the level 3, and I have used this palette a total of, what is that? What does that say? I have used it a total of 15 times. That's quite a lot for 1 month for me, because I'm working on so many other palettes. Now, that's 15 times, like 15 different days. And it could just be maybe me using 1 shade in the palette that day. That counts as me using that palette. However, obviously I'm tracking every time I use the shades. I'm waffling because I don't want to show you what the progress looks like, because it doesn't look like anything. I mean, you'll see on the screen what it looked like last month, and then I'll put them side by side. But I had a pan already in Palooza, which I kind of wish I hadn't, because that would have been a really easy pan for me to hit. But I already had a pan in that, and I was wanting to hit pan in Sunburst, and then 2 of the mattes. That's kind of what I was thinking, and that's kind of still what I'm thinking. So this is what it's looking like right now, and as you can see, no new pans at all. I do think it looks more loved because obviously I have used it 15 more times than the last time you saw it. But yeah, it is a tricky palette. It is beautiful. I'm not saying I don't like this palette, but I think because it's so monotone, there's nothing really I can do. I have to use a different palette to make this interesting for myself, to deepen it up, to add different colors to it. So I've been I've been using this along with my Panda palette, which has a lot of the same shades, but also some deeper browns, just to make it more interesting. Or I've been adding some orange to it as well, to my looks, from my Panda's eyeshadows and whatnot. So yeah, it is hard, but I have been trying to focus on this. All right, so let's get through the numbers. So Stinger I've used twice, so I actually need to use that 1 more time. I'm supposed to use every shade at least 3 times. I've only used that twice. Sunburst I have used 9 times. This is one of the ones that I would like to hit pan on. I'm really going to try to hit pan on this month. When I say I'm going to try to hit pan on, I'm not really going to change what I've been doing. I think I'm just going to try to use it as many more times. ColourPop shimmers always take me a long time to hit pan on, so I wouldn't expect to hit pan on this until I'm in the 20s in terms of usage. I already had a little bit of a dip in there, so yeah, I've used it 9 times in total, because obviously I've only had it 1 month in the project. If I use it another 9-10 times, I think likelihood I will hit pan, but I have to do that, and then that means I have to use the shade all this next month, and I'm not feeling it, so that's a little bit of a struggle for me. But anyway, moving on, we have Sweet Spot. I've only used that once, and so I need to use it 2 more times. This one is Dandy. I've used it twice, so I need to use it 1 more time. Palooza, I've only used once, so I need to use it 2 more times. Queen Bee, I have used 6 times, although it doesn't even look like I have. But I have been enjoying this. I feel like it is a deeper shimmer, so when I have been trying to put some deeper browns in my outer corner, I actually pop this over it a little bit just to obviously use the shade and try to get some use out of it, but I think it also makes it look nice. So yeah, that's how I've been using that. Dandy, I find is very similar to a shade that I have in my Pan That palette, so I haven't really grabbed that one all that much, but it is also a pretty shade as well. Okay, Totally Bugging, I have used 3 times. This is one that I was thinking of trying to hit pan, and I think it's still one that I likely will try to hit pan. I don't know if you can see, there is a tiny, slight little dip forming, but I'm not close at all. I've only used it 3 times, that's why. Then we've got Oh Behave, which I've used 2 times, and I can't see myself using this that much more. Obviously I'll use it 1 more time, but I just don't think it's a shade that I want to try to hit pan on right now. And then we've got Buzzkill, which I don't personally like, but in this palette I have used, I think the most, yeah, I've used it the most because it is the deeper shade. So if I'm just grabbing this palette, I use that to have some sort of depth, but then I have always had to grab something else from another palette because it's just not deep enough. So yeah, Buzzkill I'm trying to hit pan on. This one I have used 11 times this month. So majority of my time has been spent on this one and Sunburst. I really need to pick up the pace with this one if I'm going to try to hit pan on it. But yeah, it is a struggle. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna have this for at least 3 months. So I don't think I'll have it done by next update. I think it'll be the update after that. And so I'm just thinking, God, that kind of sucks. I don't want to roll anything out, and I don't want to, because this is a challenge, and that's why I wanted to do this project, and I knew it was going to get tricky. I just think because this palette has no diversity at all, it's just boring. And I don't know if you're familiar, but my Pan That palette has a lot of these shades. So this shade in particular, I spoke about it in my Pan That palette update. I don't know if you've seen it, but this shade in particular, it is very similar to Buzzkill, even though it doesn't look like it. And then this gold shimmer is the same as Dandy. Even though it doesn't look like it, they look the same on the lids. So I'm trying to obviously pan this for the year, and there's just a lot of shades in here that are also in here, and I'm trying to pan the 2 of them at the same time. So I think what I'm, oops, oh my gosh, that almost just fell. Oh my gosh, you can see, I have the worst luck with palettes falling at the moment. Okay, so I think as much as I thought that it was helping me to use this alongside the Honey, I'm only going, you see, I want to hit pan in this month. So I think naturally what I'm going to do is try to hit pan in this as fast as possible, and then not use these shades, just use like the deeper browns, and then focus in my Pan That palette on these shades for the next couple months, so that I can put all of my energy into these yellows and mustards, and only dip into the shades that complement but are different. Because yeah, I'm trying to pan the same shades all at once, and it's not ideal. So I'm going to focus on this one again more this month than my Pan That palette. But my Pan That palette, I'm going to focus on the other side of the palette, because I really didn't do that this month, and I think that damaged my progress in my Pan That palette, and didn't really help me that much with my Honey. So I don't know if you can suggest anything I can do to make this go faster. Let me know. I mean, I could have used it today to do more of a sunset look, but I really didn't want to. I wanted to do a look today that was completely different to what I've been doing the last month, and I'm very happy with it. It's very bright and colorful, and I did not want to use this palette. So I don't want to get to a point where I don't want to be using a palette, but I also don't want to give up. So if you can give me any words of encouragement or advice. I mean, I know a lot of people use eyeshadow for nail polish. I've tried to do that. I just don't think it really worked all that well for me. So maybe I could try to hit pan on that doing that way. But otherwise, I don't know. I think I'm in it for the long haul, and this is only level 3. So yeah. I don't know, I have reservations about this. I know it can be done. I just don't want to hate doing it, if that makes sense. I still want to enjoy the project. So I don't know. I know Ruth, she hasn't been posting, but I know that she is doing this project differently, and she's allowing herself to have a cap of how many times she uses a shade, and then she rolls the palette out and things like that, so she doesn't necessarily hit the pans, but she has her number, and that could be something that I might have to do. I really don't want to though, because I do want to use this project to hit more pans. So I don't know, maybe I just need some sort of advice on like what I can do. I think I'm just gonna have to use those yellow mustard shades with other shades in my collection and not just do these honey orange shades for a whole month again, because I am going to get very bored of that. And I don't want to get bored of my makeup. I mean, the whole point of wearing makeup is to express yourself and be interesting. And if I'm in a crappy mood, I want my makeup to either reflect that or deflect that, if that makes sense. And I don't always want to wear mustard and yellow. So yeah, I'm really struggling. But yeah, I'm sure other people have the same issue. It has been tough. But yeah, I've been using it a lot. You can see I did use it a lot. There's not that much progress. But anyway, hopefully next month I have at least one pan. I'm really hoping I can get pan in the Sunburst shade, because then I can just focus on those mattes. For me, that will make it a little bit more feasible. If I can get 2 pans in and hit pan in the Buzzkill and Sunburst in the next month, that would be amazing, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to. And yeah, go check out all the ladies, because I think Sophie Alexandra has a playlist. So obviously if you don't watch everyone or you want to see who else is doing the project, you can watch the playlist as well. But yeah, thank you so much, and I hope to see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye.